everybody. I'm sorry about that. There was a little glitch on my phone there. Okay, back to what I was saying. We got a 50-inch pool and it did not fit. So, however, everything else is great. We did have to downsize a lot. So just to make sure, you know, everybody could walk by and stuff like that. But I definitely was pushing for that pool. But it's still a cute pool for my kids, and that's all that matters. So, and we were able to get some other funky stuff for the yard too. So I'm happy about that. So it all worked out beautifully. All right. So again, we're gonna get back to these sausages. Okay. There we go. It's gonna be a long day, y'all. A long day. So I'm doing a lot of videos today. So let's make it happen. But, you know, like I said, I'm going to try to make them short as possible. All right. And you know what? We're going to go ahead and just start cooking these sausages on low. Because, like I said, I add the ingredients to the sausages and the ground beef. I add the ingredients that I use for the ground beef into the sausage all together. It blends in all together, but I do cook them separately, and then I add in the corn. I add in the ground beef. Tongue twisted. I was ready about to say corned beef. All right. So again, put those sausages right in there with the rest of them. All right. So I'm going to wash my board off a little bit, and then we're going to get to the ground beef, which I'm super excited to share those ingredients with you. Sometimes they stick together, so you have to pop them apart. All right, so I'm going to put that aside just for a minute while this heats up a little bit too as well. All right, so let's go ahead and clean the board. Let's make sure your board is clean when you use it. That's very important. You get sick. So I usually have separate boards, you know, which everybody should have separate boards for everything. But okay, so you want to have that freshly ground beef. This packet here will make a great big thick lasagna. You don't need that much because you're adding in a lot of sausages, right? So you don't need a lot of ground beef. And this is going to make a big bin, okay? So we're going to go ahead and open this up, and it's fresh, which I love. I went to the Wise, my favorite place. Yeah, so, all right. And then I got my hefty bowl right here. I don't have a see-through bowl, so sorry. But you're still going to get to see, because I have my russet potatoes. If you look this way, they're in water. So I don't know if you can see that. I know my lighting's not that good as well today. It looks a little cloudy back here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and throw all that ground beef in that bowl. Okay, so I'm just going to keep it low so you guys can kind of see. And the first thing I want to do, okay, the first thing I want to do is just like massage it, you know, get it broken up a little bit in there before I add the ingredients. And then, of course, I play with it again. Okay, so the ingredients to my ground beef, to my lasagna, I'm about to break that down right to you right now. Okay, the ingredients for the ground beef is a sprinkle of grounded pepper. Okay, I do sprinkles and dashes too with this. So just, you know, ground beef sprinkle. A whole full cup of sofrito, 2 packets of sazon, a 1/4 cup of ground cumbrum organic, big sprinkles of oregano, big sprinkles of ground sage, and also a 1/2 cup of dried corn, which is maíz in Spanish, dried corn. I also do a 1/3 cup of cilantro, a big squeeze of ketchup, and 2 different pastas I use for this dish as well, which I'm going to go back to that because I want to tell you about that. So let's just go ahead and start with ingredients. So ground pepper first, sprinkles, dashes, and all that. Okay, and you know what? I just realized my light's not on in here. But I'm so used to having this bright light over here that it almost feels like I have light on. So excuse me 1 second. Just got to turn that on. Okay, that's a little better. Okay, so ground beef gets a sprinkle of ground pepper first. Okay, and I'm just going by it just so you can, understand by step by step. Cup of sofrito goes in there. Make sure you get that all in because that's really, really good flavor there. All right. Then we do, let me bring my book over here so I'm not bouncing back and forth. Okay, and then after that we do the 2 packets of sazon. I'm just doing it in order for you guys so that way you can follow. Because usually I just throw all this in. Oh God. So 2 packets of sazon, y'all. That's what you're gonna throw in here. Okay. Okay. All right. So after the 2 packets of sazon, after that comes the 1.5 cup of maíz, dried corn. Okay, that goes in there. The cumbrum, the cilantro, the 1/3 cup of cilantro. Okay, so we got all that in there, y'all. That is all in there. Then we have ketchup, and all you're gonna do is do a big squeeze of that. So I would say like a 1/2 cup, to be honest. Okay. Then we sprinkle some oregano. Just sprinkle, 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 sprinkle. 3 dashes. Sprinkle some sage. Sprinkle, 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 sprinkle. And that's pretty much it, y'all. This is all the ingredients for this ground beef. Okay? That is it. And you just want to massage it. This is my favorite part. I like getting messy. It smells so good because you want to make sure all your ingredients are just in there, deeply mixed up, and make sure this ground beef is super seasoned up. Okay? Alright. Mix it up a little bit. Alright, and then we're going to get to that pasta, y'all. Okay? Because I do 2 different pastas when I do this lasagna. Okay? So I'm about to show you that in a minute. Okay. And that's what it should look like with the cilantro. Real nice and massaged up. Beautifully ready to cook up. Alright. So, now we're going to go ahead and throw the sausages into the pan on low because we're going to throw all this together. The ground beef and the sausages are going to be cooked together. Alright? So, let me just wash my hands here. Alright. And I just realized I don't know where my towels are at. Okay, I'll just have to use this bathroom one that I took for my sweating. Alright, so I'm going to take you over here and we are going to be turning this up. Okay, as you see, my water is boiling for the pasta. So you want to go ahead and quick add that salt in, sprinkles of salt. You want to add in the granola oil so they don't stick. Sprinkle of that. Okay, so that is good. So we're going to go ahead and take these sausages. We are going to crank this up, okay? We're going to put it to like a medium low, okay? And, you see me? Okay. And we're going to go ahead and just throw all the sausages, okay, in there. Now, of course, it looks like a whole lot, right? And it is a whole lot. You want to make sure you simmer this down and crisp them up so that way they shrink up a little bit so you can add the ground beef. So you'll see. All right, so always put my handles in. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna leave that like that. Now for the pasta. This is where it gets good, y'all. Okay. All right. I use 2 different pastas for this dish. I do the regular lasagna, the regular long lasagnas, the barlitas, the lasagnas. I do these. You know, there's different kinds out there that I do, so it doesn't matter the mark. It's all the same thing to me anyway. And then I do the wheat brownie. Yes. So I mix it up, y'all. This is my own, like I said. So the first thing we're gonna start is with the brownie. That's the first thing in there. And then I already have my bowl here, okay, in my sink with my drainer for the roni pasta. I also have a little bit of oil in there. I don't want to spill it. Canola oil, a little bit of salt that I fork up. So when I throw the roni pasta inside the bowl, it doesn't stick. It can sit on the side while I can continue cooking. And then I'll start the long lasagna pastas. So there's a big breakdown to this. Now, however, like I said, I wrap this all up when I'm done in a bin. It's all going to be done. The meat's going to be cooked. The pasta's going to be cooked. Everything's going to be layered up. I wrap it up, stick it in the oven, and tomorrow, stick it in the refrigerator, not the oven, and then tomorrow, I stick it in the oven. So that is a way to do your pasta ahead of time. And do your lasagna ahead of time. All right, so we're going to just put this aside because, like I said, I'm doing the roni whole wheat first. I hear that sizzling. That's what you want to hear. So now I'm going to take you to another level about the cheeses that I use for this lasagna. Okay, so you want to go ahead and just make sure that your sausages are all sliced up and that they're not sticking together, because you get that when you cut them all three at once. So that's just making sure. So we definitely want to move this around a lot. So you'll see me like back and forth, okay? And actually my other dishes that I'm prepping are going to be very short videos because I'm just showing you the ingredients that I add into my rice, and that goes in the refrigerator. Everything goes in my refrigerator. So, yeah, pretty much, let me take you over here. Pretty much, and I wrote it down in order so this way. Yeah, so after this is going to probably be the longest video for sure, because I'm prepping the lasagna ahead of time. Okay, but then next you're going to see me how I season up my pork. Then after that, you're going to see how I do prep up my potato salad. And then just the ingredients that I add into my pork rice. And all that's going to be really fast. This is the longest thing that's probably going to take. Okay, so I have to edit 4 videos. Okay, let me wash my ring. For my fiance kills me. If I lose it. Alright. So yeah, pretty much that's pretty much it, y'all. That's all we do. Alright, so while that's cooking, let's get to the cheeses. Okay? The cheeses that I add into this dish is I use the Mexican finely shredded Mexican style shredded cheese. I use this. I use the low moisture part skin milk mozzarella shredded, finely shredded. I use the ricotta part skim milk as well. This one's skim milk. Which one is it? This one's the skin milk that I use, and this is the whole milk that I use. So I do use both in this lasagna. I try to make it fair so it's not too much fattening. So that's why I do it like that. I also use for the sauces, I use a tomato, onion, garlic, and I use a mushroom sauce for this lasagna. So these are the 2 sauces that I use. All right. So guess what, y'all? That is it. This is all my ingredients to my pasta dish. For my lasagna, the pasta, the seasoning, the cheeses, the sauce. You got it. So I hope you're taking notes. This dish is to die for, trust me. So again, we want to keep, an eye on the sausages because we really want them to simmer. Oh wait, yeah, we really want them to simmer down. So this way we have a good nice And you want it to absolutely look like that. Beautiful. So like I said, you do it your way, and I do it my way. But if you want to learn my way, you have to stick with my ingredients, y'all. As simple as that. Okay, so while that's still breaking down and cooking nicely, I'm going to go ahead and add in the whole wheat roni pasta. Okay, so that's what we're going to do now. Okay? So here we go, y'all. And again, whole wheat roni pasta. It works really good with this dish. Trust me. Mix it with the regular long pasta lasagnas. You're going to love it. It's such a different uniqueness to this lasagna, and that's what I love. I like being different. And I like cooking different. And like I said, this is my own. And I'm sharing it with you guys. I never thought I would be sharing my ingredients, to be honest. I remember when I first started this, you know, like cooking really good and learning back in the day. Well, I used to be like, ain't nobody gonna know how I do this, how I make this. This is mine. And here I am today on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, sharing this with you. So, what can I say? God has his plans, right? Okay. So, we want to stick with watching this pasta as well. It cooks a little longer than regular pasta because it's wheat. So, you just want to keep an eye on it. Alright, so I hear that sizzling. That is great. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take you over here. And what we're going to do, we're going to actually, no wait. Okay, it's hard to move my tripod. I do get scared when I do that because I don't want my phone to flip off. Okay. Alright, so what we're going to do, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot this out to you. And then we're going to come back. I'm going to come back. And I'm going to have all the cheeses and everything opened up, ready on the side, so we can go ahead and start layering inside the beautiful bin here that I have for my family. And I'm going to go ahead and add in that ground beef. So all that's going to be ready when I come back. Okay? So don't miss it. So hopefully I have people watching now. And, you know, sooner or later I do want to go live. But like I said, right now I'm just shooting videos because of, you know, my lifestyle right now, my kids. I'm pretty busy. So I just want to keep it like this for a little bit. So definitely I will be back. So whoever's watching now, wonderful. Whoever watches later, I love you all. So please continue to watch me, and I'll be right back with all the prepping on the table and everything goes in that bin. Mwah.